There are a lot of things that I can handle in my life. One is not like I feel like this guy being like that, disrespectful, talking in a way that I don't feel he would do to my face. I can't deal with that. So I was sitting at the table and somebody said, "Oh, Jake Paul's here." So I look behind me and he's like making faces at me and waving at me. He's like waving at me and making faces. I'm like, "What in the world is happening? Like, what is happening?"
In the middle of the broadcast.
Well, yeah, I was like, I'm 24. I'm like, this 24-year-old kid is like, he's heckling me.
Right.
He's heckling me. He's like a troll, but like a famous troll. So finally I got a break and I was like, "Hey, do I have a couple minutes?" They were like, "No." I said, "Guys, I need a few minutes real quick." And they said, "Okay, you got 2 minutes right now." My producer said you got 2 minutes. So I just got up and I went over there. And
you didn't tell them where you were going. You just said,
I just told them I needed a couple minutes. So I just went over there. Because again, like the whole time after he's doing that, I'm just in my mind, like it's all I can think about. Is like this guy's like being like so ridiculous. Like I need to tell him something. So I just walk over there and he kind of leans in like we're gonna have a conversation. And his hands are in his pocket. And I said, "Hey, I'm not gonna play your games." I go, "Don't mess with me." So I'm not a kid to play with like this. Like I'm not gonna be on the internet messing around and all this other stuff. I go, "Keep my name out of your mouth." And then the security came, and then he started to kind of, once the security and everybody got around, he started to play big boy a little bit, starts trying to point and do all that. But initially, he thought his hands are in his pocket, and he kind of leans in. And I said, "I'm not going to play your game. I'm not going to fight." I said, "You're going to get yourself hurt, like messing around. I'm not going to fight with you and play these public shenanigans." I go, "Keep my name out of your mouth." He said, "Well, you said my name first." And I'm like, "Don't play with me." I said, "Don't play with me. I'm not a kid to be messing with like that."
Can you tell me your side of the DC confrontation? Obviously, I've heard his side now. What happened from your perspective, and what did you say to him? What did he say to you from your perspective?
Yeah, so I'm sitting. We get to the seats, and of course, I'm sitting like directly behind the commentator's booth, and the crowd like sees me, starts chanting, Jake Paul, Jake Paul. And DC turns around and like sees me, and he's like staring like right at me, like looking like he's like pissed off. And he like mouths something to me. And I'm just like looking at him like, okay, cool, like whatever. And then there's like a break after the fight, and I see him like take his headphones off and come like charging at me, like fast-paced walk. And like before he gets face to face with me, he's like, "This isn't a game. This isn't a game. You better not disrespect me. You better not disrespect me or I'm going to punk you. Keep my name out of your mouth." I think his goal was to like scare me or intimidate me. You know, he came up, you know, all macho and like fast and violently and like put his finger like right in his face. And I was just like, "Okay, guy, like you're not scary. You're 5'8" and chunky boy. And I think when he realized, like, "Bro, I'm not intimidated by you at all. Like, we can run it right now. Like, if you want to do some like, do it right now." And I basically said, my immediate response was, "You put my name into your mouth first," which is a fact. So for him to come up to me and be like, keep my name out of your mouth, keep my name out of your mouth. And then for me to be like, "Bro, you talked about me first," which is very, very true. He, after the Ben Askren press conference, tweeted, "Ben is for sure going to win. I saw the way Jake reacted when he got mushed in the face," or something along those lines. That's the first time he talked about me. Then you guys talked about me again on your show multiple times, talked about me the week of the fight, talked about me after the fight, saying, "Oh, that was embarrassing for Ben, da, da, da." I forget what else he said, but then I tweeted him like, "All right, bro, then you represent the MMA community. Like, let's fight. If you're so big, bad, and tough and blah, blah, blah." So that's the only time I mentioned him. And I think that really upset him because I called him a fat boy. And that's when he came up to me and was like, "Keep your name out of my mouth." I was like, "You talked about me first, bro."